Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Got a battle on the Fields map, and we've got Mage11 again in the 116F3. This is the latest Clan Wars reward tank. It just came out in the last campaign. It's the first time we've got it on the channel, so let's have a quick look at the gun, if we can get onto it. Alright, so 130mm gun, 530 average damage, and 266 pen for the standard round, and the APCR premium round gets you 325, which is pretty decent, but a great shell velocity as well. Now, we're going to have another battle from Mage on the channel in a couple of days. He's been working on getting the 279E, which is required him to get a number of ace tanker badges, and he did manage to get the 279E, so I won't hold you in suspense on that one. So let's see what happens with this particular tank. Now it's a Chinese heavy tank, so obviously you need some Chinese crews in it, but if you've been going up the Chinese heavy line, it's definitely something to look at. It's not going to replace the Chieftain, but we'll see how it gets handled by Mage. And see, it's got a pretty decent dispersion here. That's not a huge reticle, but it is very close range here, so can you get some shots? Yeah, now that Chieftain that he just put a shot in just was putting his turret up and just trying to put up the front of his tank just to protect his cupola. Probably wasn't really necessary, and it did expose his underplate. Now, another thing to note here, it's a 3-shot autoloader, and he might just be able to snap the cupola on this cheap prototype. No, that didn't actually seem to connect. In any case, that uses the last shell, and now he's reloading. And you can see just announced the time, 33 seconds to load the 3 shells. And I think the intra-clip time is about 5 or 6 seconds. So it does require you to find a nice spot to hide while you're reloading, but of course where he is at the moment, you can just back off and go completely held down or completely out of the way of the enemy. It's got that slope here to go back. And interestingly, there's an object V4, 268 V4 in front of him. It's blocking a little bit, but not really taking everything away, but what I do here. Now there's a E100 there as well. He might be able to snipe the top of the turret. Now it looked like he was getting rid of that shell there, and he's switching to his premium shell. And that V4 putting a big hit there. But the hits are coming back, so right at this point they're one tank up. They've got a bit of a lead in hit points as well. They've reduced the E100 quite substantially, and the Chieftain. And now the Chieftain's backed off, but there's the E100. Interestingly, it doesn't really look like an E100 from this position as he puts a shot into it, but I'd say it's got a 3D skin on it, which makes it look a bit unusual. Goes through the top of the Chieftain prototype, just go through the cupola, and puts another successful shot there. So that takes him up to 2.5k. So these reasonable alpha there, you can get damage going fairly quickly if you've got the right targets. Alright, so they've gotten rid of those bottlenecks here, and they're all just pushing through. You've got most of their heavy tanks down here. And Mage just trying to get through. Go down below, but pretty much getting blocked by dead tanks at the moment. And he bounces a T95. I'd say he's back up on the hill there, but remains to be seen. But he might. Okay, it looks like he can get rid of the VZ55, which he does. And now he's got Chieftain there, looking the other way. Well, he's got targets everywhere. He reaches him to a single shot, and he gets taken out. So 3.6k of damage now. And he's got one shell loaded. I think he wants to use that on the 430U. Which he does, and he backs off, but he actually sets him on fire, it looks like. But it certainly damages him. He didn't die straight away, which is interesting, but did go back to the garage. So the team moving forward rather rapidly. Alright, he's got some targets here. He's got an ML2, but he's not loaded yet, so he's moving forward aggressively as if he's got shells, but it doesn't matter. The ML2 gets taken out. It's a tier 9, tier 10 game, so there's plenty of hit points available, which is good. There's FOC 155 now. He's got the hit points to spare at this point, and it's worth expending a few to do that. Oh no, the FOC 155 wants to drown himself. Well, he's either just fallen off, but the T57 have been going after him, and Mage doesn't have the gun depression. No, he does a bit, but that just bounced off the top. Oh, okay, the FOC's not trying to die, but he should get another shot through the roof and gets the kill. So he's going to die anyway. And that's brought him over 4k of damage. Now, there's only 3 vehicles left. There's a Gorilla 15 off behind him. He does get hit by the T95 this time, but that's his first damage that he's taken. So, plenty of hit points to spare. But he's still searching for damage. But he's still not reloaded, and that's basically making him miss out on some damage opportunities there, but nonetheless, forging on. Got the T95, and he knows the direction of the shot, so he's going to there. In fact, the Waffentrag has been spotted. He's just getting his shells up. Gets the kill. That gives him 4 kills. There's only the T95 left, and I'd say he's oh, there he is, right in front. Can he get a shot on him? He can, but no. Doesn't look like it's going to be successful, so he's moving up here. And trying to suck a bit more damage out of this T95, who trying to work out which direction he's actually facing, but he's just not getting the images that he wants. But okay, he's backed up and he managed to put a shot through the roof. He's left 35 hit points and he gets the kill. So a bit of a slow burn there with this tank, but over 5k of damage and 5 kills, that's a pretty good result. Let's go and have a look at the detail. Alright, so the details. 5 kills, 5.2k of damage, blocked 1500 and another 900 plus of assisted damage there, so that's just 6.1k, nearly 6.2k of combined damage. That's nice. That's earned him the Ace Tanker badge. Let's have a look at the team score there. So not top damage there. The TVP 5051 ended up with 6.1k, so great effort there from Excalibur. Looks like he's a TIE player. The next player was the FOC with 5.3k, so some good damage there, and the T57 also was chasing after the enemy FOC, picking up 3.4, and on the enemy side, sort of 103B doing 4.3, Chieftain not doing a great deal, and the next best tank was actually the FOC there, Baby Tooth, getting just under 3k, but yeah, bit of a roll of the enemy team there, and certainly helped by Mage's efforts there. He's ended up with top EXP with 1300 base. That's a great level there, and that's earning the Ace Tanker badge. The TVP only picking up 1200 base EXP, so doing a bit of sniping, or not sniping, but having his target spotted by someone else, I would say. And similarly for the FOC, although it's not surprisingly for Red TD. But again, this is another Ace Tanker badge that Mage needed for the 279E, and he did get it. So what did it cost to run this tank? Now again, it's a reward tank, not a premium one, so you don't get any special credit earning. But he fired 17 shots, 15 hit and 12 penetrations, and that tends to determine a bit how much credit you make or lose, actually, depending on how well you use your ammunition. And with no reserves running, so not even any clan boosters, that's no good. He didn't take a lot of damage, so that was good, but spent his ammunition cost and came up with a net loss of 16k, but that's all right. Great result there, and certainly helped him on his way to the 279E. So another great game there from Mage. Hopefully you liked the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing that. A lot more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.